Everybody, how you guys doing out there today? Welcome to another episode of Halloween at the Manor. This is actually part two of the wedding scene setup that we're doing. In this video, we're going to get into how I built the columns. We're also going to get into how we painted the fencing, how I attached I got some finials and how I attached those to the top of the PVC. And I even ended up building a gate for the columns as well. So hope you guys enjoy this, and let's go. The columns. Going to make these very, very simple. I had the employee at Lowe's cut me, again, this is that really thin plywood that I use, 1 foot by 4 foot pieces of the plywood. I'm just going to make the column, I guess it'll be 1 foot by 1 foot. And as far as design, I think I'm going to keep it really simple, not go crazy with it. But that's what I'm going to be working on next when we're putting these together. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just using the 2x2 piece of wood, framing out the 1x4, and just going to build 4 sides to make the columns. All right, guys, so we got one of the columns built, and as you can see here, it is completely hollow. So what I'll do is I'll put a base on it, and then put a top on it as well. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it. I probably won't make it super fancy. I got the columns finished here, and at this time, this is what we kind of plan to do with them. Like I said, I was planning on making these pretty simplistic. I didn't really want to go crazy on them. Like I said, I'm just going to paint them gray, make them look like stone. I did add 2 skulls, plastic skulls to the front that I also will make like stone. And then we got these lanterns that we like over at home, and we're going to put those on the top to give it a little bit more light. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go through wood fill and, kind of wood fill, make everything look cleaner. And then probably tomorrow I'll start painting this and hopefully the fencing. All right, guys, it is, I'm going to call day 2 of this whole wedding scene setup that we're doing. We have Big T out here in Vanessa. She helped me paint the fence. So she went through. I actually, right before I called it a night last night, I did go through and I spray painted the fence black. But what I wanted to show you guys is Vanessa went through with a sponge and did gray sponging all over the black to give it like the blackish gray. And then I went over with this nutmeg color here that I got from Walmart to make it look rusty, and I just wanted to show you guys the difference. I personally really like the rust look, so I wanted to show you guys with the rust paint and without the rust paint. I think both of them look good, but I'm kind of a fan of the rust. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish this side up here with the rust, and then I've been working on the columns too. Yes, they are painted white. That is the color that I had the most of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this with the gray and the black, make it look like stone, and I think that's going to be it. We might try to make the trellis over here look older, dingier, but I think we'll probably be done with all the painting today. The finials came in today for the cemetery fencing. So from what I saw on YouTube, they tell you to just take a heat gun, melt the top of the PVC for like 15 seconds and then put the finial on. So we're going to try that and we're going to see if that works. All right, so that was actually really, really easy to do. I mean, all I did was use the heat gun. You melt the plastic PVC for like 15 seconds or so, and you just slide the finial right on, and that's it. I mean, it was really, really easy. I mean, you can see it only took me like maybe 15 minutes, if that. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to go over these black finials, probably with the rust paint to make it look a little bit rusty. I may even put a screw behind each one of them. I don't think they're going to go anywhere, but you never know. All right, guys, I got the finials on. I did end up putting a screw behind each of them right here. And then I just finished putting the paint on to make them look rusty, and I think they look fantastic. I think it really came out nice. So after I put all the finials on the fence yesterday, I had about 8 left. So I decided that what I'm going to do is, to use up these 8 finials, I'm going to make a gate for the columns at the wedding scene. If you saw my mausoleum facade video, you would have seen that I built a gate for the mausoleum, and it's going to be very similar to that. Probably be around the same height, maybe a little bit lower, but it's going to be very similar. The only real difference will be is I'll use a 1/2-inch PVC instead of the 3/4-inch PVC that I use on the mausoleum facade, but that's what I'm going to be working on next. Kind of the plan for my gate right here. I'm going to have the gate be, it's going to be 2 separate gates. It's going to be 2, just like my mausoleum. It's going to be 1 gate on one side, 1 on the other. And each one's going to be 22 inches wide. And we're going to have them go 48, 46, 44, and 42. And then I'm going to raise, that's the lengths of the PVC. And then I'm going to raise the PVC up about 4 inches off the ground. So it'll be off the ground about 4 inches. So it should be somewhere around like maybe 4.5 feet at the very top. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to bore holes in all of these using this spade bit. And it's a 7/8 inch spade bit. And I'm going to do that next. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the PVC. And then we're going to start putting this gate together. All right, so we got all of the 2x2 bored out. All the PVC is cut, and I actually got one started here. And this is going to be one side of the gate. And this PVC pipe is 48. This one's 46 inches. This is 44 inches. This is 42 inches. And we have 3 2x2s in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put these where I need to, screw them in, and then they'll be ready to go. This doesn't take very long to do, and it is very easy. And honestly, it's fairly economical. It's not super expensive. You can make a pretty decent amount of this fencing for, fairly cheap. Definitely cheaper than you would if you bought it at, like, say, a Spirit Halloween or a Party City or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to get these to where I want them, screw them in, and start working on the next one. The gate for the smaller cemetery, the wedding scene, is finished. Everything looks pretty good. I got the fennials on. All I have to do now is just I'm going to spray paint these black, and then just put the rust paint on like I did with the fencing. And I did buy some hinges for these gates. However, I don't know if I'm actually going to attach them to the columns. I may just put rebar in the ground and just like have it open and put rebar in the ground and then put that one and that one over top of the rebar to kind of keep it in place. I don't know if I'm actually going to physically attach it to the columns, but right now the next step would be just to paint. All right, guys, I did get the gates spray painted here. So I just put some rebar in the ground, stuck them in the ground, and spray painted them. So I'm just going to let these dry. I don't know if I don't know if they'll dry tonight or what. It's about 6:30. So I'm going to let these dry. Maybe I can get to the, I don't know if I'll be able to get to the rusting tonight, the sponging, but at least they're done. All right, everybody, this is our wedding scene. Everything is completed. I got all the fencing done, the gate done, the columns done. I do want to add potentially some Spanish moss and maybe some vines to the trellis and maybe even up the column, but this is it. So I did come out last night after I spray painted and was able to get these gates rusted, and I think they look pretty good. I did bolt them into the side here. It's not where I want them to be, but for now I put the rebar on the ground and they kind of like jutted out. It just didn't look right, so I just bolted them in. But we have here the Grim Reaper as our officiant, and then we have our bride and groom. We did get some foam tombstones just to kind of give this area something, something in here. We are talking about maybe putting in some like pumpkins here on Halloween night. We did get some lanterns, I believe I showed you earlier, from at home. We are trying to light this with solar lighting. Vanessa got this off of Amazon, and at nighttime it's actually pretty decent. We have it right now on green, and it kind of lights this whole thing up. We also bought these battery-operated lights here as well, and we've been putting these to red at night to kind of show the Reaper's face. But anyway, that's kind of how everything came out. I actually really, really like this a lot. I think this is really, really cool. I'm glad we did this. It just, gives this part of the yard something. Like I said, we normally don't do anything over here. So this is actually pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on how I did anything, be sure to leave them in the comment sections. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. I may try to come out here tonight and do some night footage for you as well, but we'll have to see. It's been really windy out, and it's been messing with the sound. But anyway, thank you guys a lot for watching. I really do appreciate it. Vanessa and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care. Bye.